Wepa. That's all we get. That's all we get. That's all we get. Wepa.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Welcome to another episode of Viva Los Bills. What's going on, everybody? Buffalo Will, my man cousin Vinny.
Wepa.
Wepa. That's it. That's it. That's all I can say. Listen. Hold on. We already got a comment. That's it. Woo, Viva Los Bills. That's actually my stepson. Look at him. He's commenting for the first time because we're live on our YouTube page also. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, man. We can't act like the world's ending because, you know, can't be like Henny Penny, the sky is falling. It's not. We lost to a good team again. But I don't know. Want to crack open a beer that ain't really celebrating. It's just to rate a beer. So
just drinking our sorrows away.
You want to go first?
Yeah, we'll go with a funky Buddha, man. I've done this one before, and the only reason why I'm doing it is because it's like almost 9% alcohol. So I'm gonna have me a repetitive funky Buddha from Florida. It's a hot IPA. It's a good, man. It's a good beer. We're not really celebrating, like you said, but there are some positives in the game that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And good thing is we have a bye this week to regroup, and three games coming up that we should be able to dominate, hopefully, but you never know. I mean, if you really want to do I got a friend of mine said, yeah, but the Jets beat the Titans, but the NFL is all about matchups, man. You know what I mean? They just matched up well with us, and our O-line played crappy.
And they got, it's different when they say, "Oh, we're going to play the Bills instead of playing the Jets." They're going to sleep on the Jets a little bit, and the Bills, being that we're considered a contender, they're going to get up and try to play harder.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're right about that. But you play as good as your competition. Some of these guys just play, they got complacent. You know what I mean? We were moving the ball at will. Instead of getting, the only thing that bothered me a lot about this game was instead of getting touchdowns.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's not discuss that yet. We still got to talk about our picks first. So anyway, you want to rate your beer again, or you already did this one, right?
I already did this one, man.
Well, you know what? To all the fans out there, the Viva Los Bills fans, even the Buffalo Bills fans, all that stuff. Cheers to you guys. Too bad it's not for a win. But hey, as always, we keep it positive. Here's a cheer. I bought something called Bone-Toberfest. Bone-Toberfest. What is this? What is this crap? We'll put that out there. I didn't put that out there. Anyway. I'll show up an example of what the heck? Who the hell put that? What is going on? What? This is somebody hijacking our show? I ain't put that out there. This crap. What's going on? Where's Vinny? We lost Vinny. Anyway, Bone-Toberfest, October's Wines, Bone Saw Brewing Company. Don't even know this company. 5.9 alcohol. Let's try this. Let's see how it feels to chug one of these down. Not bad. What is this? Let's see what it says here. To celebrate Oktoberfest, we brewed this traditional lager of the festival. Weizen, Pilsner, Vienna, and Munich malts, balanced with Bavarian noble hops, delivered toasty, biscuity, honeyed layers of malt complexity with a rich amount of metal hop noise and a clean and crisp German-style lager finish. Ian Prosit. I think that's how you say it. Let's try it again. I don't know where Vinny is. Hopefully he'll come back soon. Let's do this. just in case. I don't know what happened to him. Hold on. Do. Anyway, let's look real quick at some of our picks. As always, I actually did pretty good. Besides losing to the Bills pick. Sorry, I'm looking like a little crazy man. I sent this to Vinny again just in case he's off. Hey, straight up, I didn't do too bad. I went 10-4 with the spread. I went 9-5. The parlay I gave out actually didn't hit because of the Chargers. The Chargers losing, and I thought they would win. What's crazy is I ended up playing a parlay, but I forgot my parlay. I forgot my paperwork here. So when I went to call my buddy, hey, put in my parlay for me because I'm at work. Here's Vinny. He's creeping back in. There you are. What happened, Vinny?
I don't know what happened, man.
All right. So
but my computer is getting hot and shutting down.
Did it?
Yeah, I'm just shutting down.
It might be your fan might be dead.
It's throwing the ball. We'd have been all right.
Well, welcome back.
I'm gonna keep it. Whatever happens, man. This has been a rough week. Bills lost, computers frying up.
Well,
my wife helped me over here, but other than that, man,
this Bone-toberfest isn't too bad. I must say it's not bad. I was just recapping on some of my picks, saying I went 10-4 straight up, 9-5 against the spread. The parlay I gave out didn't hit, but I forgot my paperwork here when I was trying to, and I picked the parlay on Sunday. I know I went Packers, Cowboys. There was another team I took. I gotta see if I remember it, but I hit a 3-game parlay. Too bad. Nice. And I almost threw in the Cardinals in my parlay. I was like, I want to play the Cardinals. I let somebody talk me out of it, saying that the Cardinals had a bunch of injuries, and I should have just went with my gut and went with that. I would have hit a 4-game parlay, but I didn't. So who the heck would I went with the Cowboys, the Rams against the Giants, and the Packers. So that was it. But the parlay I did give out, I said if you want to get crazy, play 4. I threw the Chargers in there and wasn't good.
I would have been 10. I went 9-5 with the Bills loss.
All right.
Straight up. I just went to, it was a rough week, man, all around. And watch the game all the way to the last snap, man.
All right, let's talk some of this Bills game. Bills Titans, we talked about it. Bills were favored by 5.5. We both said don't sleep on the Titans. I said if they can't stop this run, go ahead. I said, hey, if we can't stop this run, we might lose this game. And they had a problem stopping the run. We knew it. Look at Henry had 20 carries for 142 yards. It's a little, different because he did break one for 76 yards. Was there holding on the play? I think there was some holding on the play, but they missed that call. They didn't miss the hold against the Bills, but they did miss the hold on that call. But it is what it is. You still got to stop.
Arguably, on that 73-yard run, there was arguably 2 holding calls, one on Poyer and one on Trey White. That's and they're both right there where he split up the middle. You can see it clearly. I was like, I wasn't even worried about it. I'm like, oh, they're gonna throw the flag. No flag.
No flag.
But props to the running back. He runs good, man. He's a strong runner.
He's a beast.
Nasty.
Yep. The guy's huge. He's a monster up there. Just my complaint on that is like, why are we playing nickel defense against a team that is run heavy?
Yeah.
If they're lining up 3 wide receivers, I get it. So, and a lot of times they run an empty backfield with them. But they're going to be out there. They're going to run the ball. They're a run-first team. Why not play the 4-3? Bring in an extra linebacker. Bring in A.J. Klein. Matt Milano, Edmonds, and Klein. It's a pretty nasty linebacking core if you put them out there. What was let me see over here.
Lotulelli did good the first series, the first quarter. He was doing some good stuff, run stuff in, but then I don't know, he kind of disappeared as the game went on.
Well, they did have a 1 game. I think he tried when they scored. he was there, but being pushed back by the lineman and getting hit by Derrick Henry, you're not always going to get that tackle.
Yeah.
Here was the lineup, the inactives kind of, listen, I understand they wanted to go a little bigger and they played what's his name? Harrison Phillips. And he didn't look bad out there. He wasn't bad out there. But you got AJ who's been balling. He's been out there balling. Boogie. He's played 2 games. He has a sack and a half.
Uh-huh.
Why are you sitting these guys? I like FA, but really, should he be out there in front of these guys?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Harrison Phillips did pretty good considering, he just came back from a knee injury. Greg Rousseau did pretty good, but he did a lot of rookie mistakes in terms of, he was trying to go deeper than the deepest back and, instead of just doing the contain. There was one play that he had that he batted the ball down. So what they did, they ran in between the tackles and he just overran the play. They were just running right past him. So, I mean, it comes with being a rookie. He'll get it. It was just frustrating overall. They had an answer for everything.
Yeah, they played us extremely well. They got up. They stepped up. Listen, I don't know about you with some of these calls. The first call, I know for the first part of the game, I was driving home. I'm listening to the game, leaving from work, and I think Tennessee commits, I think, a holding penalty. It was 3rd and 10. The Bills declined it.
They declined
3rd and 10. I'm like, okay. Then later on in the game, it's 3rd and 8, holding call. The Bills decline it. I'm like, why are you declining this? And at this point, Titans were moving. I know. Listen, our defense is playing extremely well, but this is the NFL. You got AJ, you got Julio, you got Henry, you got some beasts on that side. 3rd and 8 is not that crazy. What happens? You decline it, they get the first down. Push them back. I would push them back. And if your defense stops them, you get more yards on the punt if they don't get that yardage back. Just saying.
Gotta let them earn every yard, man.
Huh?
Gotta let them earn every yard.
Yeah, you got to push them back. 3rd and 8 is not that bad in the NFL. And they got the first down. They continued to drive. They scored a touchdown. Who's to say it wouldn't have happened regardless if they would have pushed them back? But you got to do that. And the 3rd down, listen, 4th down, going for it at the end of the game. Personally, I would have kicked the field goal, tied the game. Let's go into overtime. Hopefully we get the ball first. It was like whoever had the ball scored. It didn't matter. Bills had the ball, they're scoring. Titans have the ball, they're scoring. So hopefully we won the coin toss and we were able to score first, end the game or whatever. And, hopefully we're able to stop them. But I didn't like the call. I was like, what are you doing? And McDermott said, when we're that close to winning, I owe it to my players to go for it.
Man, listen, it was 4th and inches, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said, man, go for it. The first down marker's right there if we don't get the touchdowns, right there. But unfortunately, he ran on the left side of the line, and that left side of the O-line, for some reason, was stinking it up this game. Feliciano, he had a rough game, man. People have rough games. They have rough days. I thought, hey, man, Josh is going to do it. All he needs is a couple inches. He's good. But if you see him, he slipped. Stuff happens. But what tells me is what this series told me at the end of the game was that McDermott has faith in his players. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't really have the faith, he would have went for the field goal, and then you chance it with the toss-up if they get the ball first and score. He was like, you know what? On the road, we just scored a kickoff return that was turned back. We literally methodically just passed on them for the whole 2 minutes that were, 2-minute drill. Got here, Josh went there and dove for the pylon for the first down. Was a little bit short by inches. So, do you really want to get that close to kick a field goal? Have it blocked what would you do? Take a penalty, like
I would have.
like a delay, like a time delay, like a shot clock, not shot clock, but just like a delayed game and move back, get 2 delayed games to get you got a little bit of space and tie the game, or you right there 4th and inches because we had 22 seconds left, right? 4th and inches. Had we got the first down, it would have been, and we would have called, they don't got to move the sticks, but we would have called the first, called the timeout. So we'd have had two timeouts left with 18 seconds left approximately with a first down, 1st and goal, literally 1 yard. So it changes the game. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad about the decision that McDermott made. It just shows to me. I mean, we didn't execute. The line got blown up, but it just shows me that he has faith in the game. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is. I hate that phrase so much, but it is what it is. It happened.
I love that phrase. It is what it is. But I'm gonna disagree because if our offensive line was pushing them back the whole game, then I was like, sure, go for it.
We were getting beat up.
All the momentum was with Tennessee, pretty much. Yeah. One thing that drives me crazy looking at this, Devin Singletary, 5 carries. He had a long of 14, so he's averaging 5.4 yards because of that long run. Josh Allen, 9 carries, 26 yards, averaging 2.9. Zach Moss, 8 carries, 24 yards, averaging 3 yards. He had a long of 7. Run the damn ball. One play I hate when I see it, even while I'm watching it, is the read option for the run game. Do you see Tannehill doing read option with Henry? No, give him the ball. Let him run the ball. Huh?
With the run pass option, RPO? You're talking about just the read option
just the run option, whether it's going to be Josh handed off to the running back or Josh is going to run it.
Yeah.
Stop that. Just give it to the running back. If you're going to do a power sweep like they've been doing almost every week with Josh, then that's fine. But stop doing the run option. Give it to Zach Moss. He's a running back. He's a pounder. Let him pound the ball. Honestly, too, it's like McDermott and Dable. Why haven't you picked our starting running back? I understand the whole split thing, but Zach Moss is more of a 1-2 yard, like first and second down player. Yeah. Let him be the meat and potatoes guy. Singletary comes in on 3rd down or whatever, swing, pass, run, whatever you could do. You could do anything with them both. But Zach Moss is that more ground and pound guy, and he should be grounding and pounding. Yeah. Even though we don't run the ball enough, because again, we run the ball, we get some more first downs, we kill this clock. We're not looking at killing clocks. We're looking at just score. And while other teams are looking, the Bills could score fast, let's keep them off the field. Why aren't we doing that too? And the whole thing, getting down there, sure, you want to go for it. I would have went, play for the tie. Let's win it in overtime because we didn't win it in regular time. And the longest yard, 1 yard, could feel like 20 yards sometimes. And yeah, he slipped. Anything can happen. And look what happened. He slipped. He didn't get it. And that line was stuffed. He might not have gotten it anyway if he didn't even slip.
Yeah.
So I would have just said, "Look, guys, I trusted my team enough. Let's go into overtime." It's not like what's his name, Bass is missing field goals from there. And if you want, like you had said, we said off screen, hey, well, let's try a hard count. Josh is pretty good at that hard count. Maybe you get him to jump because they're anticipating him, because I think 97% of the people watching the game knew it was going to be a quarterback sneak. Why? Because the Buffalo Bills don't run the ball. Yep. If that was the case, go power up. I mean, Knox is out. You got Sweeney there. Bring in Gillian or bring in another extra lineman and say, all right, we're going to run the ball. We're running the ball. We're going to go. Who's stronger, you or us? Let's just go heads up. To me, it was just a bad call because everybody knew that's what was coming. Everybody knew it was Allen. And you just saw the way they just crushed that. It just blew up our guys. Everybody knew. It was just frustrating to me.
And, and then Sweeney was in there, so you don't have no tight end look. You don't have nothing going on. because what happened with Knox. I don't know if you have any report on him, but apparently on that one touchdown he had, he broke his hand. And when they went for the 2-point conversion, that little Philly special that they did, you see Josh on the sideline waving it off. No, it's because, yeah, there you go. He goes like me.
Because he had a broken hand. He was trying, and like you said, yeah, Josh was trying to wave it off. And he pretty much shot put it the pass, you know?
Yeah, because when they said that he was a quarterback in high school and in college, I was like, man, that was kind of rough, man. I mean, yeah. But hey, kudos to him. He said he could do it. He stuck with it. It worked. It's a great play. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, he's going to be out at least minimum 2 weeks. So, best tight end in football. Hopefully, he gets a little rehab because we play Miami after this bye weekend. So, hopefully, he'll be back for the Jets game.
Yeah, but
see what happens.
Being that we're playing Miami and then I believe the Jets, right?
No, Jaguars.
Oh, the Jaguars are after that one. That's right. Yeah. I gotta get my tickets to go down by you. What's it called? There's no real rush to rush him if he's not 100%.
Yeah.
You should be able to beat Miami and hopefully the Jaguars with Sweeney and say Gillian in there, because Gillian, he's a fullback, which they barely used. They used him in the beginning of the season a few times, and he seems to have disappeared in the run game again. Like,
yeah, I think he played one series, a couple downs this last game against the Titans. He did get a couple series in there, but hey, we're gonna have a bye week, and then we're gonna play Miami. Who knows if Miami has Deshaun Watson by then? And they're gonna give up, 2 and a couple first rounders. Who knows what's gonna happen? Maybe this dude's gonna be fired up if he comes over here, and I doubt he'll be able to do anything without no chemistry and learning the playbook and whatnot. I think it'll be too early for him to come out there anyway. But according to ESPN.com, they're working on it down there in Miami. A couple first-round picks, Tua.
Well, Houston was asking for 3 first-round picks and at least 2 number 2s, 2 second-round picks.
Now, how do you feel about that? Do you feel it's worth the risk? I mean,
on whose part? If I'm Houston, take him.
No, if Houston good. I'm talking about Miami. Miami's giving all that stuff up, and this dude didn't even go to court yet. You know what I mean? It's like
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And if we've talked about this, I'm not going to give up 3 first-round picks. Who knows what's going to happen with him? I mean, this has been dragged out for a long time already. Mm-hmm. Can he even really play? I don't know. I guess he probably can't. I don't know how the NFL hasn't put him on the exempt list or anything yet. So who the hell knows what's going on? There's still 22 allegations against the guy. So personally, if I'm Houston, I'm loving it. Give me all that. He's not playing anyway. We're losing. Yeah. Do I want Tua? I really don't want Tua. If I could get 3 number 1s and the 2 2s that they want, you could keep Tua too. I don't want them. But if you're only going to give me, say, 2 number 2s, Tua, and 3 number 2s, 2 1s, and Tua, I'm still taking it. Is Tua the future? I don't think so. I said I really wasn't a big fan of his, and he's not looking good. He's not transferring over. Maybe if he did get traded to Houston, he'll play better over there. But whatever. And now if I'm Miami, no, I'm not doing it. I wouldn't do it because I don't know what the situation is. Is there jail time?
It's a rough situation down there. The good thing about, even though we're 4-2, and we're still 2 games ahead in the AFC East. So with this bye coming up, and if we win, beat Miami coming up, Jaguars, look what Jaguars did, man.
Miami.
So I mean, you never know, man. That's why you got to play the damn game. You can't just throw your jersey on the field and be like, "Hey, I won," So
listen, Miami. What was Miami? First of all, Tua's been out for how long? He practices 2 days, 3 days, and then you're going to start him. I get it. It's Jacksonville. But why? Why would you start him? The kid's been out for weeks. I would have just let him. Yeah, I would have let him sit. I would have started Jacoby Brissett. you might have gotten a win. He's been with the team for 2 weeks already, starting or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I would have let him. To me, it was just dumb. By the way, I'll give this beer a 3.3. I'm not buying another 6.
I gave this one before 4.1. Tonight, it's a 4.2.
Yeah, to go to London and poop your pants over there against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Come on, man. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
I guess being that we're talking a little news, that was some of the news I was going to bring up, but at least we talked about Deshaun there. Like, I don't know, whatever. John Gruden, the whole crap with John Gruden. Supposedly, HBO was doing a special. A lady called out. He actually answered the phone. He said he's still living over there in Vegas. He said he's letting the dust settle. People who know me know what I stand for 58 years. I have a resume of 58 years. The truth will come out.
Is he 58 years old? Or is he
He's older than me, so I don't know. Maybe he's been out. He can't have a resume of 58 years. He's got to be 60.
Like, yeah, you got me confused. He's been alive for 58 years, but I don't think he has a 58-year resume. Maybe of his life. Maybe he's talking about his life and how he conducts himself.
I guess because that's what he said. Okay. I wrote his quotes.
Hey, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. If they went across the board and look at all these head coaches' emails, I'm pretty sure they could dig dirt probably on every single one of these coaches.
Oh, yeah. Most likely.
That's real talk. Real talk, you know?
Yeah. And then so one thing was said was that, okay, let's see what comes out. And they don't know if he actually could say everything because of litigations. And then they were saying, like, maybe the Raiders could back him up, the owner, and Davis go with them because Davis is taking a blow from this because, like the one person said, they pulled the pin out of the grenade during the season. Why didn't it just get pulled out in the preseason or before the season started if it was known? Why didn't they wait till after the season? Like, who did this and why? And now, you got all these other guys where he was sending emails to. Nobody's really getting talked about. And my thing, dude, if that's your resume of 58 years, those were your emails and your words. So that's what you were saying. It wasn't nobody putting words or editing your emails. So listen, you said what you said. Just own up to it. Yeah, I said that. Yes, maybe, that was 3 years ago. Me now having players like that, I've learned, say you learn, but don't tell me it's your 58-year resume and you're the ones saying this stuff. It's your own words. You got to accept it, chew it up, and just go with it, I'm talking about freaking.
That's rough, man. It's a rough deal because, he's probably talking amongst friends, just joking around or something like that. And, of course you just shouldn't joke around like that, especially now in this day and age. But, hey, it's on paper. They caught him. What he's going to do now, how he won this championship over there at Tampa Bay. Now they took him out of the ring over there in Tampa. They got him out of there too.
Yeah. It's crazy. And now, like I said, good luck. Where's he going to find a job? It's crazy. Cray. We didn't talk about tonight's game. I don't know what the score is or whatever. I guess we could pick that. When was it? The Denver Broncos against the Cleveland Browns. Real quick, Baker Mayfield's out because of his left shoulder. We talked about this like 2 weeks ago when he had a partially torn labrum. And we said, what did we say? Let's see how long he lasts until he takes one of those big hits and lands on it. It happened last week. Got knocked out of the game. Now they're saying he's going to need surgery. He's saying maybe we could hold off to the end of the season. I mean, what are you thinking? Just get it done.
Did Baker Mayfield? I know they were talking about him might coming back this week. Is he? I don't know. I'm not watching the game. Is he actually playing? Do you have any info?
He was supposed to sit. He was supposed to sit in case Keenum was supposed to get the start today. They have no Kareem Hunt. No.
They're banged up. They're banged up, and their defense haven't been stepping up. So I don't know, man. It's a tough one. Mm-hmm. Broncos might pull this one out. I think Broncos will beat them. I say 24-21. I think it's going to be a close game. If anybody has a score, well, it's 8 o'clock. They didn't even start yet. So
No.
I say 24-21 Denver. I'm gonna go with the boys at the K&K show and ride the bandwagon with them so they don't get mad at me. I think Denver might win this one 24-21.
And it's crazy because the Browns are still favored by 2 points.
Are they really? Even though they got everybody's injured and their defense haven't been stepping up as like they're supposed to be. You know, I expected a lot more from them.
You have no Chubb. You have no. I just said his name too. Hunt. They activated Jarvis Landry, so Jarvis Landry should be playing. But they have a whole slew of injuries across that whole team. Yeah, a lot of guys might be out, which is nuts. It's just sad that the Denver Broncos should win this game, but part of me wants to pick Cleveland.
Hey man, look. If we start nitpicking with injuries and everything, look at the damn Titans. Their secondary was banged up, and they still beat us. They were down in the third string. Heck, they were even going to put the water boy at one point in their cornerback because their corners were getting banged up the whole way. And they still beat us. So, I can't knock any team for the injuries because, it is the NFL. If somebody gets hurt, somebody's going to step up,
AJ had food poisoning. Food poisoning.
He started torching us with those slants up the middle, those little skinny posts and stuff. He was killing us.
That's another thing. We're going to go back now. Anyway, oh, man. I guess I'll go with Denver. But I really don't want to go with Denver because they haven't shown me anything. But just because of all the injuries, I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. And if they lose this game, Kurt from the K&K show was saying they need to fire half the people there. So we'll see what happens. All right. Back to
It's all about the matchups in the NFL, man. It's all about the matchups.
Yeah. What was that? You got me fired up over there? Oh, because of the injuries? That's the Bills. Okay, you attack the one corner. They kept going at him. He kept getting pass interference calls against him. So that was fine. But, man, there was something else. What did I wanted to say? See, I'm like losing my train of thought.
The corners about the rookies and the injuries, and they still come back.
I don't remember. I'm like, I drew a blank. I can't. I don't know. But I have you fired up.
You got over there.
I can't remember. It'll probably come back to me. By the way, the Chargers side, ex-Bill, one-time Bill, Andre Roberts, return man, and the Houston Texans.
Didn't he get cut from Houston? Wasn't he in Houston?
He just got cut earlier this week, and now the Chargers went and picked him up. So kudos to them. By the way, Smith had two damn holding return penalties against him. No, one was a block in the back, right? I think it was earlier.
It was a block in the back, and then the last kickoff return for Isaiah was a hold.
The thing was on that play,
it was an easy call, man. I can't even front.
It was. But at that point, Isaiah was almost at 50-yard line. Just let him go. Maybe he breaks it. Maybe not. But why are you holding him? You're all the way up to the 50-yard line. No reason to hold the player. We would have had the ball at the 50-yard line. Whatever. We still got down there, and we blew it on fourth down. But stop with the damn mistakes, man. Big mistakes.
Hey, like I said, man, McDermott had faith in the players. That's a morale boost. Even though they lost, they know McDermott has their back, and that he would trust them with the game. You get mad all you want. I mean, I know you're upset. I'm a little upset for the loss, but there's some good coming out of it. You know that they got their back, each other's back. If he didn't trust Josh and the O-line,
you take the points. You take the points. Win the game in OT. All right,
Bruce. We talking about going for it on offense. You showing me the best defensive player for the Bills.
Bruce said, didn't you hear him? He said, you take the points, win it in OT. He said that. I heard it. That's what Bruce said.
It would have been cool if you would have put your lips in his mouth and said it.
The thing is, I get that. I get it. Listen, this team knows He trusts in them. They all believe in him. Listen, they bring back all these players because they believe in them. They're homegrown, and once they got here, they stay here. They don't want to let them go. But you got to be smart, man. You got to call the right plays too. Like I said,
Hey,
what?
what do you think? Okay, now I know Brian Daboll had a rough week. His grandfather died this week, or the day, well, actually on the flight to Tennessee, he found out his grandfather died. He just lost his grandmother 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So do you think that has to have some kind of bear on his play calling? You know what I mean? You think he's like, hey, this is for you, grandpa type thing, and run it, or you know what I mean? Do you think it affected his game plan, or what do you think went down there? Because I know he just lost his grandfather that he grew up with. He was raised by his grandparents. Losing
I
his
didn't know
grandmother
that.
3 weeks ago,
I didn't
and then
know
he
that.
lost. Yeah, they were
I
talking
didn't know
about it
that.
on.
Still, if you're gonna stay there, you gotta call the game right. I'm sorry. I understand that, but look at like the same thing when he lost his grandmother. Everything went right. Everything was fine. He called a great game.
So you think offensively we called the bad game? I mean, we're moving the ball. I think the only thing that I thought we didn't do well, before you answer that question, I thought we moved the ball pretty well. I think we should have incorporated more of the run with Singletary and Moss, obviously. But the only thing that I was upset about was the red zone offense. We could have had more points rather than field goals.
Well, listen, they scored the touchdown, holding call again. It got brought back. Then we couldn't get back in. Then it's like some dumb play calling. He does a lot of the same crap. Few things this is what probably just got to my mind. What the Tennessee Titans started doing was blitzing the hell out of us. They were blitzing. Where were the screenplays? Where were the delayed draws? Where were the quick slants? This is what, if your that defense is coming at you and you see they're blowing up our line, quick slant, throw a screenplay, delayed draw, do something like that. He was sacked 3 times and lost 18 yards. His QB rating was a 59.9. They were all over him.
Now that you bring that up also, the most sacked quarterback in the league was Ryan Tannehill with 20 sacks up to this point in the game.
Yeah.
We didn't have any sacks against him. What happened with the pass rush?
Exactly. Why? Because they ran even the ball. Listen, Tannehill threw the ball 29 times. Great.
Yeah.
We had no sacks. Again,
none.
I understand you wanted to go bigger, and Harrison Phillips is beast. You want to try to slow down Henry in the middle. Fine.
And we had success for him the past couple years.
Yeah, but
Henry.
Yeah, no, you did. And my thing is, I would have to look. Who leads the team in sacks right now? Is it Russo? Greg?
No, he only got no. It's hard. I don't know the numbers because they rotate those defensive linemen so much.
Yeah.
I mean, they're literally in a constant rotation. Teams are salivating right now. I think the deadline was yesterday for trade or whatever. I think they picked up two of our defensive linemen from the practice squad were picked up this week. I don't know if you have that in the news.
I don't. All I knew of was Tennessee beat us, and then they go take Bobby Hart off their offense.
He said, "No, all I know is that they beat." That's funny. That's funny, but I don't know who to joke about that.
They beat us, and then they took Bobby Hart.
Bobby Hart
practice squad. So he's gone. Last week we lost a player again. You see, this is the problem. Listen, AJ should have been in the game. Greg has been a beast. Fine, you could keep him in there, whatever you want. But AJ's been pressing these quarterbacks week after week, and now you're going to sit him against the team that has given up the most sacks. To me, that doesn't make no sense.
Because I think it was too big of a game and too big a prime time to put Greg Rousseau in.
I mean, that was one thing. Just I don't know. Like I said, no screenplays, no delayed draws, no quick slants. I mean, Cole Beasley had 7 catches. The guy in the one play when Allen ran to try to get the first down, Cole Beasley was running alone in the back of the end zone by himself.
There was a couple plays. I don't know if you saw that Emmanuel Sanders was open in the end zone. There was a play that Cole Beasley was open,
And I understand he was getting chased down a lot.
Yes, he was.
And you still were running those plays that take a while to develop.
They're kind of, a lot of teams are actually exploiting his run ability in terms of making him go left. Don't get me wrong, he has a couple good plays the past couple seasons to where as he runs left, he does these incredible throws because he has the arm strength. But everybody's beginning to know that if you flush him right, he's going to kill you on the run.
Yeah, I saw a stat. They were saying, I don't know if you saw it before. That was a Susie Colbert said, if you get Josh Allen to the left, that's where he's throwing pretty much all his interceptions and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to force him. But you got to counter, dude. You have to counter. You got to come back with a screenplay. You got to slow down this team.
Run the ball.
We're going to make you pay for it.
Run the ball. Deep. We got some good running backs getting big chunks, man.
That's what drives me insane. Use these backs, man. Use them. My goodness. It doesn't matter if we draft the number one back out there if we're not going to run them. You're not going to get into a groove.
Now, listen, the bottom line, I think that why they didn't run because the O-line stunk it up this game. That's why the bottom line. The O-line wasn't playing to their they had a bad game.
But listen, okay.
Feliciano's been manhandled, man.
Yeah, but hold on. If you subtract 76 from 143, one run, they were taking care of Henry most of the time.
Yeah.
They slowed him down. One big run, that's all it took. They didn't give up on the run. Josh needs to stop running so much. He does great, but you got backs for that. You're going to get hurt. You don't want to get hurt. And stop pulling the ball out of your back's chest. Let him run the damn ball. Freaking 5 carries for Devin Singletary all game.
Yeah.
8 carries for Moss. You need to run the ball. Stop that crap. Just stop it.
The O-line was getting blown up, though, man. The O-line was getting blown up. So what do you do?
Guess what? Guess what's going to happen? People are going to watch the Pittsburgh game and the Tennessee Titan game. And they're going to try to do the same thing. And what are we going to do? Throw the ball for 47 times like we did this game? Again, the first game we lost against Pittsburgh, how many times we threw the ball? 50. 50-something. Lose against Tennessee, how many times they threw the ball? 47. Don't throw so much. Run the damn ball. All right, let's get moving on quick before we do our picks. J.J. Watt, this clown. Call J.J. Watt a clown. He's like, oh, it hurts me to see fans let down by a 1-5 record. And we all know it's going to soon be 1-6 record. But come on, JJ. This guy complained. Hey, Deshaun Watson got paid. JJ got paid. Hopkins got paid. All big-time contracts. Top contracts in each position. This is what happens when you give your top dogs all the money. Then you can't sign no other top dogs or meteor dogs, middle players, and then you have scraps on the bottom. So you have 3 really good players or 4, then everybody scraps. Don't complain when you start losing because you want to get paid. You want your quarterback to be paid. Then the money's not there. And when you don't have good product, you're going to whine and complain, and then you're going to leave town. Stop it. Brady could have done that, but he didn't. Why? And look they won championships because of that. Other players, they could have got top dollar, but they didn't because they'd rather see that money spread out and win championships. So don't give me that crap. JJ's full of crap with that. You feel bad. If you felt bad, you should have taken top dollar. Clown. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Hold on.
You crack another one? Boy.
I'm gonna smooth it down a little bit.
Oh, there you go. A little light medalla. That's what we started with. It was good stuff. Anyway, to me, that was just come on. To me, that's just a come on moment. Bears running back Damien Williams, he's on injured reserve, COVID-19. He has not practiced today or yesterday because he's unvaccinated, so he has to wait that 10-day period. So the closest or earliest he could be tested to get cleared would be Saturday. So we don't know if he's going to play in the game or not. The other news was Bobby Hart being signed, but we touched on it. Power rankings, like we always do. ESPN, number 1, Arizona. Buffalo at 2, which is kind of a surprise to me. Rams 3. Tampa 4.
Man. I mean, everybody knows it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the Hail Murray game.
No, they beat us. They smacked us up. And then you got the Packers, who only lost 1 game. So any team that has only 1 loss, and they played some decent teams, should be ahead of us. That's the way I feel. CBS, they have the Cardinals at 1, Packers at 2, Rams at 3, Tampa 4, Cowboys at 5. Almost the same thing. On CBS, they kicked us all the way to 7th. Bleacher Report, Cardinals 1, Rams 2, Tampa 3. They kept the Bills in. We're at 4th, and the Ravens are at 5. So on that note, any news right here real quick? We talked about it. Dawson Knox breaking his hand. But the cool thing was he knew it broke it. And on the flight, he told Doc, cut me up, surgery right now on the flight. That's not true. But he did have surgery already. he didn't wait around. He didn't say, hey, let me see how this feels. He said, get this done. Do the surgery, whatever you got to do. I want to heal up, get back in there. So that's good. Also, the Bills worked out some clown quarterback that was on the Patriots. Where is it? Some guy. What is his name? Last name is, I forgot already. Whatever his name is. Bole Gala. Why are we running? Yeah, some ex-Patriot quarterback. Bole Gala. I forgot his first name already. But why are we practicing a quarterback? Why? Don't we have enough quarterbacks on our squad? They also worked out Josh Adams, a running back out of Notre Dame, Reggie Begelton, a wide receiver out of Lamar, Matthew Sexton, another wide receiver out of Eastern Michigan, Darius Shepard, 25, a wide receiver out of North Dakota State. Am I missing something? What is this? They worked out a guard out of San Diego State, Jacob Cabra, another tackle.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Evan, I don't even know how to say this last name. Some tackle out of Buffalo. A defensive back, Ken Webster. And another out of Mississippi. And then another defensive back, Greg Stroman, 25, out of Virginia Tech. Why are we practicing these guys? I would have thought they would have helped practice for a few tight ends or a few linemen that keep getting plucked. We already lost 2 linemen, so okay, I can see that. They practiced 2 offensive linemen out. But why are we practicing wide receivers? Makes no sense to me. Yeah. And there's still rumors like popping up, will the Bills trade Cole Beasley? Like, really? Are we really going to trade Cole Beasley? Makes no sense to me.
I hope not.
I hope not too. If they trade Cole Beasley, and besides, from this last game, he had 7 catches. Fine. But before the last 2 games before that, he was barely seeing any touches.
Yeah.
Which is kind of stupid to me. And that's why Josh missed him in the end zone, because he's not looking for Cole like he used to. He started looking for Cole again, and dumb shit won't happen.
Yep.
All right, on a bye this week. Bills, Cowboys, Vikings, Steelers, Jaguars, and Chargers. You know, they're on a bye. Why isn't Kirk Cousins reaching out to us?
I don't know. But every time Kirk Cousins doesn't reach out to us, they lose. So, Kirk, if you want to win, you need to contact us and get on the show. At least comment.
That's right, Kirk. You better start. What's wrong with you? Agree with Vinny. 100%. All right. We both picked the Broncos, even though I didn't want to. Washington, 2-4. Heading up to Lambeau Field to play the Packers, who are 5-1. Washington is just struggling. Man, they miss Fitzpatrick. They got a lot of injuries. Can't get right up there. I guess this guy, Heineke, or whatever his name is, doesn't look like he's going to be the doesn't look like he's going to be the future either.
You make me want to drink a Heineken now.
There you go. Packers are giving up 8.5. The way Washington's playing, I don't see any problem for the Packers.
Me neither. Me neither. Keep it moving. Defense is looking horrible. They're not what we expected. Expect them to be.
Yep.
I thought they'd be a lot better. I thought their defense would have kept them in a lot more games, given Heineke an opportunity to win some games. But they're just a total disappointment, man. At this point, I think they gave up for the season, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with the Packers. I'll say 27, 14. I think it's going to be shellacking.
Shellacking. Chiefs, 3-3. Going up Tennessee.
This is a good game. This is a good gauge matchup.
Tennessee.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So, come on, man.
Go ahead, man.
Tennessee is getting 5.5 points, too. Go ahead.
Tennessee's getting 5.5. I'm waiting on you. Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, you started, so I was like, all right, go ahead. All right, let me go. Okay. I think, man, the Chiefs' defensive problems are pretty bad, but I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Tennessee Titans. I think they're going to go in there and say, this is our damn league. They're going to give the Titans the loss that we should have given them on the short rest.
Yes. I think the Chiefs are going to exploit those cornerbacks that we really couldn't exploit as much as I wanted them to exploit them. Even though Chiefs defense is not doing too well, I think Mahomes is going to have a field day with them guys, man. So I say Chiefs by a touchdown, 30-23.
All right.
Chiefs.
Falcons, 2-3, giving up 2.5 points to the 1-5 Dolphins. The way the Dolphins play, just to me, it's bad. I don't care if they have Deshaun Watson there. The guy don't know the playbook, doesn't know poop. I think the Falcons. Well, I know what he does know in Miami. Maybe some places where Kraft used to go. Anyway.
Yeah. Horrible.
I'm going to take Los Falcons, who are 2-3, giving up 2.5 points. If they can't beat the Dolphins by 3 points, they got problems. Matty Ice needs to retire. I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah, man. I still like Matt Ryan, man. He's still a good player, man. I like him. I seen him play when Drew Brees broke the passing record in New Orleans, and the dude got a gun, man. He's still slinging it. Miami, there's it's a mess over there, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. All the distraction now. Well, how do you think Tua feels with all this distraction going on? I don't think his head is gonna be in the game. I say Atlanta. I'll take the Falcons. How much are they giving them?
2.5.
Yeah, I don't know. I say I'm going to go with the Falcons. I'm writing it down, 27-24. Falcons.
All right, so they're covering. By the way, Matty Ice finally found Pitts, so that's a good thing. Use that number 1 pick. My goodness, big guy, big target, could run. Use the guy. Spread the ball. Jets, 1-4. They're heading up to New England, who is 2-4. New England is giving 7. I'm taking the Pats giving 7 because the Jets stink.
Man, I don't know, man. I like the way this kid Mac Jones is starting. He kind of got his little spurts, but he's way better than Wilson, man. I think he's better than Wilson. I don't know. Well, in comparison to both of them quarterbacks, who do you think is evolving better? I personally think Mac Jones is going to be something special over there in New England in a couple of years.
I think the thing is too, Matt Jones has a better head coach and a better surrounding team. But the guy looks like he has his head on his shoulders. I mean, Wilson just has to keep going and not give up or not just be like, damn, I can't do nothing.
Man, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna ride with Matt. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one over the Jets. But I am watching the Jets really good, being that they beat Tennessee and we couldn't beat them. So, hey, every dog has his day. So I'm gonna be watching the Jets real closely because we have them We play Miami. We got a bye. Then we play Miami. Then we play Jacksonville. Then we play the Jets. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on the Jets. But still, all in all, I got the Patriots winning. I think they're gonna win big, probably 28-14 Patriots.
All right. Panthers 3-3, giving up 3 points to the 1-5 Giants.
They both won.
Yeah, but I'm going to take the Panthers, even covering the 3 points against the Giants.
Ooh, I'm going. All right, let me hear you. Let me hear your breakdown.
What do you mean? Giants stink. That's it. That's my breakdown.
But the Panthers lost what? 4 games in a row, 3 games in a row.
Well, they're going to snap that. That's it. It's done. They got to win. You know,
the Giants got 2 games in a row. They got to snap that too. Shit.
What's this kid's name again? What is it? Sam Bradford? Not Bradford. What the hell's his name? The ex-Jet. He's coming back to New Jersey or New York, if you want to call it. It's home away from home. It's his old stomping ground.
You got the Panthers. This is where we're disagreeing. This is the first game we're going to disagree on. I think Jansen's going to pull it off. Jansen's. The Giants are going to put Jansen. The Giants are going to pull it off. I say 21-17 Giants. And I'm writing it down right here.
Right there. This is a good game here. 4-2 Bengals. Ravens 5-1. Ravens are given 6.5 points. This is for the division. Whoever wants to take that lead. Ravens have been on fire. Lamar Jackson has the most wins by any quarterback in his who's 25 or 25. More wins at the age of 25 than any other quarterback, I believe, in NFL history or some shit. I'm not sure. But anyway, they're giving up 6.5. Oh, man, the Bengals play everybody tough.
I know, man.
It's just weird. I want to pick the Bengals, but I'm going to pick the Ravens because they've been together longer as a unit, and that's the only reason. But I hope the Bengals beat them.
If they could contain, so you got the Bengals, you got
I got the Ravens. I have the Ravens.
There's 2 games in a row we ain't gonna agree upon. I think the Bengals, the Burrows moving the ball, they playing tough. If they can contain Lamar, but Lamar's been throwing the ball pretty damn good too. So if they can get some pressure on Lamar and slow him down in the running game, I think the Bengals could win, man. I say it'd be a 24-21 Bengals. I'm writing it down right here. Bengals.
Write it down. I hope the Bengals win, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Eagles 2-4. Raiders 4-2. Raiders are giving up 3 points. Listen, I said they were going to rally up last week, especially with losing Gruden, and win the game. And what did they do? They went out there and won the game. Eagles are that team that are 2-4, but they should be better than what they are. On that note, at home, I'm taking the Raiders to beat the Eagles. I just don't know this Eagles team.
I can't believe it's going to be a trifecta, man. I called the Raiders to get actually blown out last week, and they won, so they proved me wrong. But I think the Eagles if they can hang around with these guys, man, I think they'll be able to pull it off, man. I'm going with the Eagles, and I think it's going to be a real close one. I say like 24-23, man. I'm taking the Eagles.
Damn. Are you picking this because of your boy?
No, I'm picking it because I couldn't believe they took it off without Gruden last week. That must have been a Scrooge Gruden game. I don't know. It was weird.
That was like, we could pull together and let's whoop some butt.
Exactly.
The 0-6 Lions, the only team who does not have a win, are playing the 5-1 Rams. The Rams are giving them 15 points.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly.
My goodness. Campbell said, what's his name needs to step up more. I forgot the quarterback's name, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Rams will cover the 15 points. That's a huge damn point spread. Yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams too. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. They're going to really start taking out kneecaps, like the coach said, biting ankles and shit. It ain't going to happen. Rams look they're going to look impressive against the Detroit Lions. So I say 24-17 Rams.
Texans 1-5. We're heading over to Arizona 6-0.
Keep it moving, Arizona.
17.5 points. I'll say, yeah, I guess whatever. I'll take the 17.5. It's ridiculous.
Damn.
It's ugly. Part of me thinks
It's gonna
Texas
be
might, but I don't think so. Bears 3-3. Buccaneers 5-1. Bucks are actually giving 12.5 points. I'm going to take the Bears to cover, not to win. I think Bucks will win, but I think the Bears will cover. What do you got?
Now I think Bucks are gonna blow them out. I don't think they even gonna cover, man. What is it? What is it? 12.5?
Yeah.
I don't even think they're gonna cover the 12.5. I think it's gonna be ugly. I think they're gonna come down to the Tampa Bay Heat and just get shellacked. That's my word. Shellacked by the Tampa Bay Bucks. I say 29-14, man.
All right. Colts 2-4. 49ers 2-3. 49ers are giving up 4 points right now. You know who I'm taking? I'm going to take the Colts. That's right. That's my one. Colts are winning this game. I think they're waking up. Go ahead. Who you got?
I don't know. I got what I'm thinking. If Jimmy comes back, Garoppolo, Colts don't play good against the pass. So if Jimmy comes back and he's a little bit accurate, I think he's going to wind up having a field day. Not a field day, but a good day against the Colts. So I'm going to take the 49ers. And I'm going to say, man, it's going to be tough. I say 49ers 24, Colts 17 by touchdown. What's the spread on that? -5? I don't think
4.
they cover. 4?
Yep.
What is it?
Well, this is per
Okay.
ESPN as of yesterday. So, it
Okay.
might change.
Yeah,
but right now.
I take out the 49ers. I say 24-17 49ers.
All right. Saints 3-2 are playing the Seahawks 2-4. We got rumors swirling around that Cam Newton might be getting calls from the Seahawks. Anyway, we'll see about that. Saints are giving up 5 points. Listen, Seahawks with Geno Smith, can't root for him. So I'm going to take Winston covering those 5 points. And I'm taking the Seahawks, Saints on Monday night.
I'm like, what?
I can't. No, Geno Smith, come on, man.
How did he play last game, man?
I don't know. Don't matter.
Did he play bad?
Well, I remember seeing him get hit and fumbling the rock. That's what I remember seeing him. I'm going to see. But you go ahead. I'm going to see if I can see the score for that game.
For which game? The one that's playing right now?
No, the game that just with Geno Smith.
Okay. I don't know, man. Saints look good. They're coming off a bye. Geno Smith, I kind of liked him when he stepped in that game. A lot of people say he stunk it up. I thought he played pretty good, but I don't know. I didn't watch him play last game. So that's what Will's looking for right now to see how he did. But I still think the Saints are going to pull it off. Jameis Winston gonna have a good game against a pretty much crappy Saints defense. So I say the Saints win big. I say Saints are gonna win 28-21.
Denver, by the way, is up 7-0. Cleveland's up 7-0. Cleveland.
Oh shit.
And the Atlanta Braves, just in case you were wondering, are up 2-0. So I'll tell you right now. Let's see. Being that we're over an hour already, this will be the last thing. I just want to see what this guy did. Not a Geno Smith fan at all. I think he's a bum. But Steelers won by 3 points only. So let's see what he did. I'm loving it. All right. Geno Smith, 23 for 32, 209 yards. He threw 1 touchdown, sacked 5 times for 44 yards.
Damn. That's not good.
He ran the ball or 1 carry for -1 yard, and he fumbled 1 ball and lost it. So, no, I'm taking Jameis with his corrected vision. And on that note, we're going to say adios. Next week's game on Halloween, we're going to have to reach out. Maybe we could get some of this, like Bill Hatch, the Stormtrooper, Bills Mandalorian. Maybe get Vader.
I'm looking forward to see if we could get them on for Halloween.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. Maybe I'll try to get me a costume to put on too. But besides that, hopefully the Bills get their game straight after this bye. And that's about it. So for myself, I didn't even throw up that logo earlier. As always, check us out on Twitter, Viva Los Bills, Facebook, join our group, Viva Los Bills, and on YouTube, Viva Los Bills. Comment, questions, whatever you want, we'll answer. And we're signing off. Vinny, look up. Oh my God. Adios.